brought to you by Bethel School of Technology. Learn more at betheltech.net/Ken Coleman. So I love when the team brings me these fun articles, and boy, this is it. This is the headline. Bed rotting days are very tempting, but don't really help you feel rested. So I first saw it as bed wetting. It's not. Alex had to correct me and say, no, we're talking about bed rotting. I'm thinking to myself, if you're bed rotting, you might run the risk of bed wetting. What is bed rotting? Here we go. It is a trend of millennials and Gen Zers are taking advantage of on their off days or weekends by bed rotting. It involves spending the entire day under the comfort of their duvets while sleeping in, watching television, or mindlessly scrolling a device. Listen, my kids don't watch this show, so I really don't have anything to be worried about right here, but my boys will do this and have done it. And I don't get it. So I need to, full disclosure on this article. Kelly, you're looking at me like you got something to say, so you may need to speak freely in just a moment. But I'm going to say this. This is very difficult for me to understand because I'm not wired this way. I couldn't do it. I'd go stir crazy. Alex, I can't even spend more than about an hour on the beach lying in one position. Like with a book, like an hour's my max. I got to get up, get in the water, go talk to somebody, meet a stranger. I just can't do it. And so I don't understand this. Kelly, I feel like you want to say something. You have a different point of view on this bed rotting business.
Well, I at least moved to the couch. I won't stay in my room all day. I don't have a TV in my room for that reason, or else I probably would.
Okay.
But then me and my roommate will watch TV for, I don't know, binge something for a couple of hours, go for a walk, come back, and binge another few hours.
Okay, but see, you aren't actually bed rotting here because of the very act of, A, you got out of your room, B, you went for a walk. But what bed rotting is being described, and I get the lazy day. By the way, I love a lazy, rainy day, but not laying in the bed all day and not moving. And by the way, here's the facts. Samantha Boardman, a psychiatrist and clinical instructor at Weill Cornell Medical College, says that this does more harm than good. That you actually don't feel better, and if anything, you feel more drained. Now, this is the actual bed rotting. So I appreciate Kelly trying to be empathetic to everybody, but what she's describing is not actually this. You went for a walk. Right? Now, why is this disruptive? Or why is this not good? It disrupts your circadian rhythm. Because your natural alarm clock is what your circadian rhythm is. And it helps you, your body basically telling you when to sleep, when to get up. And so if you have a rot day where you're just sleeping longer than normal, it throws everything off. You're actually more groggy and you're not more refreshed. Too much sleep is also associated with many health issues, including heart disease, obesity, and depression. This according to John Hopkins Medicine. Research shows that extended time staring at your phone or TV screen can cause eye strain, sleep disturbance, and poor mental health. So what's interesting is the idea of just laying in your bed all day long actually ends up harming you. And it's unhealthy. Now, how do you reconcile this with you've had a bad day the day before, maybe something, a big breakup, and you don't want to leave your room? All right, what you're attempting to do is just kind of emotionally recover and you're trying to retreat. And I think that can be healthy. Okay. But to Kelly's example, she actually went on a walk. All right. That's a good thing. There was some light exercise, and this actual psychiatrist says light exercise, low, kind of not a high stress workout, but just some type of movement. Seeing the sun, for heaven's sakes, is actually good. Some type of relaxing activity, but the key word there is activity, is helpful. Research shows that nature walks are effective in promoting mental health and well-being. A 40-minute walk in nature helps people feel more restored and focused than a 40-minute walk in an urban area. So, Kelly, I guess you probably didn't do a nature walk in your little lazy day. It was just walking around the neighborhood, yeah.
Just a neighborhood walk.
Okay, well, it's not great, but it's better. But in all honesty, do you not get sick of watching TV after a while? Or you're okay with that? You're just like, well, I had a little mental break, and now we're back and we're binge watching again.
I would allow myself one of those days, like once a quarter, I would say.
And do you feel refreshed after said day?
No.
Exactly. You're exhausted. All right, great. I love it. Thank you. The recommendation from Samantha Boardman, the psychiatrist, is to push yourself to do something productive, even if it's only for a few minutes. And so this is fascinating. I was thinking about this. Okay. If you are in a really tough emotional situation, instead of laying in bed all day long and, just TV, just the phone, under the covers, just, look, get up and do something productive as a household task. But I'm going a different direction today. This is my recommendation. I'm not an expert. So I'm going to give you a real life example of what works for me. Because listen, here's why we're talking about this. We have to acknowledge there's a lot of stress and burnout and bad crap happening to people who are working. That's why we're having fun with this. So the response is not this. This is not the right healthy response. And I'm going to tell you what works for me. Okay? I believe in the power of community-based hobbies. So I recently had it wasn't that long ago, I had a not great day at work. I had a meeting that messed with my head. And I'll just leave it at that. And I was not in good headspace. I was not depressed. I don't want to make this a bigger deal, but I'm just being honest. I was really overanalyzing. I was thinking. I was frustrated. I was not in a good place, and it was towards the end of the day. So here we go. So I'm driving home. I'm chewing on it, thinking about it, not in a good space, but trying not to get angry. So the good news, I didn't get angry, and here's why. I didn't get depressed. Here's why. My pickleball guys. It just happened, Alex, that it was on a pickleball night. My weekly game. So I show up, by the way, still chewing on it, still in my head about it, not in a great headspace. Show up, and because we got a routine, my brain starts to adjust to the routine, and I see all these guys that I see once a week, and they don't know my problem. They don't need to know my problem. They're just treating me like normal. In fact, it was funny. I had debuted a headband because I got the guys call this, my pickleball guys call this the lettuce. They call my longer hair the lettuce. They go, oh, you're growing the lettuce out. That's what they call it. I don't know. Kelly hates it. It's kind of funny. And so this hair is still up with the product right now, but when the pickleball starts happening, it gets sweaty and wild. And then I've been wearing hats, and Nathan, I don't like to wear a hat necessarily. So I went ahead and got the headbands, and I kind of got the Roger Federer thing going on. Look, not the pickleball quality, just the headband. You know what? They started having fun with me about it. Little fun teasing, and guess what happened? Emotionally, I start to think about other things. I'm laughing. I don't mind it. These guys are for me. It's just gentle teasing or whatever. We start playing. I'm focused on the game, Bob. I'm focused on the pickleball, and I'm exerting physical and mental energy towards a game. And we played for 3 hours. And Alex, I want you to know that after 3 hours of pickleball, my mind, my heart were in a much better place. And I'm just saying, you need something like that. I've got another hobby that if I'm just not in a great place and I can get a quick poker game together, let me tell you something, good for the soul. Even if I don't win a lot of money that night, the camaraderie, the the refocus of the brain. So all I'm saying is this. I am a proponent of go do something that you have fun with. And it may not be the greatest day of your life, and it's probably not going to solve the problem. But what it does is it resets you, and you stay mentally active on something else. You stay physically active on something else. And let me tell you what happens. The body, the brain, they're so resilient, and they will adjust. So don't lay in bed all day. Go do something fun that's physical in nature or mentally engaging. And I think you'll snap back really quick. Launch your tech career today at betheltech.net/Ken Coleman.